Welcome back. Now in this video we're going to be discussing the research that you're going to need to do for your launch. Now the first thing you're going to have to do is you need to determine what product is going to sell before you start going down the path to doing a launch. You don't want to approach the marketplace with your product or what you think is going to sell and try to find a market for it. You want to find out what the market wants, and then you want to create that product and then deliver it to the market. Now, most marketers will tell you, and you are going to use the Google Keyword Planner, but I want to introduce you to some other tools in this video. Now, you need to determine what the frequently asked questions are in your niche, and you can do that in a number of different ways. And you should be taking notes during your research process, and you should be gathering different questions, and you should be finding out which kinds of ideas or which kinds of questions do you see repeated throughout the different sources that you run into when you're doing your research. One of the first things you want to do is you want to find out what products are selling on ClickBank, on Amazon, on Deal Guardian. To some degree, you want to find out what's in the Warrior Forum and in JVZoo. You want to find out what information products are selling and what the content of them is and their composition or what makes them up. You also want to do research in Google Suggest and YouTube Suggest. Google Suggest and YouTube Suggest will give you real-time information. So in other words, you'll be able to find out what people are searching in real time. Many of the Google keyword tools, in particular Keyword Planner, are not real-time information. They are information that Google collates and collects over time and gives you the opportunity to see. However, it is not real-time, but Google Suggest and YouTube Suggest are real-time. Other tools that you'll want to use, you'll want to use Google News so that you can find out what's currently in the news. You don't want to miss anything that's going on with your product. You don't want to miss maybe a celebrity endorsing a particular kind of product in your niche or talking about something in your niche. Google Ngram, finding out all the words that have been in books for a particular period of time. You get to find out what people are writing books about. Google Scholar, you'll get to find out what people are doing academic and scientific research about. OMG ILI, you get to find out what people are talking about on message boards. And of course, when you use social media and online forums, you get to find out what people who you associate with are talking about. Now, in addition to that, you'll want to use the Warrior Forum in particular, in the Warrior Special Offer section, to determine what people are looking for in the Make Money Online niche. Now, if you are working outside of that niche, the Warrior Forum may not be that helpful in terms of determining what is selling. But if you want to find out what is selling, right, what people are looking for, you're going to use a Warrior Special Offer section. Now, while you're doing this, while you're going through this research process, here's what you should be doing. You should be making up or writing your list of 10 problems that you see coming up over and over again. And we talked about that in the beginning of this module, in the beginning of this video. You want to be keeping track or keeping score or really making sure that you are taking a detailed assessment of the kind of questions that seem to repeat, because those are the questions that people have. If you see the same question in multiple sources, then that you'll know that this is something that people are finding a difficult time in getting over. Now, one of the other things that you want to do is you want to make a list of 5 products that are already selling. You want to buy them if possible. You want to, if it's a book on Amazon, if it's a Kindle book, if it is an information product on ClickBank, if it's in your niche and you know it's a hot seller, you want to go ahead and buy it because you want to find out what people are buying, what people are really concerned about. And if they actually go out and spend money on it, right, and you have verifiable information, you have statistics, well then that's a good thing to look at because that will help you to determine what you need to put or consider putting in your product. So this research stage is a very important stage that you're going to go through. I do want to show you some of these tools. So let's take a look first at some of the product marketplaces, and then we'll also look at Google Suggest and YouTube Suggest. Now, when we get to ClickBank, we want to check the marketplace, and we want to take a look to find out what products are really selling inside of our niche. Now, ClickBank does give you the opportunity to look inside of particular niches. You want to look inside of one of the niches, whichever one is yours. If you're in Make Money Online, of course, you've got several that you could find here that would cover Make Money Online. In particular, e-business, computers and internet, business and investing. Any of those could cover Make Money Online. But if you were talking specifically, let's say, about health and fitness, you go into the health and fitness section to find out which one of these is selling. And of course, you'll see something here that's very popular, the Venus Factor. You can also sort by gravity, and gravity to some degree is an indication of what affiliates are having success with, or at the very least what affiliates are really promoting, and you'll see that product appearing here again. So this one may be worth taking a look at to find out what a problem they're addressing. What is it that people are seeing in this product that make them want to buy it? Okay, so ClickBank is one marketplace. Another marketplace that's similar to it is Deal Guardian. Deal Guardian you can check out, and it's still, for the most part, it's going to be an information product marketplace, and you want to take a look at the marketplace to find out what it is they're offering, and then to find out which the hot sellers are. The JVZoo marketplace is similar, except that most of the products here are Make Money Online products. There are some that are actually in other niches, but by and large, 80 to 90% of the products here are created by and created for other internet marketers, and so you want to take that into consideration when you go looking to see and find out what people are buying and what is selling and what you think the questions might be. Now, we talked about the fact that you want to take a look at Amazon, right? And you can see Amazon has a bestseller section here. Now, I've opened it up to the diets and weight loss section, and you can find out what people are buying in the best sellers in diet and weight loss or any niche, right? You want to find out what people are buying, and really the research you're doing is to find out what are people concerned about. So it's not just what is the book, what's the exact book. You want to find out what's the subject, what are they covering, what is it that is that they are addressing, what problem, what hot button problem are they touching on that makes this a best seller? Okay, and then now we talked also about your being able to take a look here at what's called Google Suggest. Now you'll notice that I've opened this up to list building, and you'll notice that when you write in the first couple of words, Google will actually suggest some other keywords. That's because these are terms that have been searched in real time. And so these are things that are probably going to be on the minds of people because they're real searches, right? And they recently occurred. You can do the same thing in YouTube, right? You can, if you want to find out what came after list building, and any of your phrase, if you just start typing in the phrase, you'll start getting a sense for what YouTube has found to be useful. As you know, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. So many of the subjects that you'll find relevant, you'll find right inside of YouTube, where people will be creating videos and people will be looking for videos in order to get how-to information. Okay, so that's part of the tools. We talked about some others that you'll find there, and you can really go through all of these tools. And what you want to do is, like I said, you want to be putting together a list of 10 questions that you see, 10 subjects that people are wanting to get information about, the ones that are appearing over and over again. And what you want to do with that list is you want to take it into your design phase, right? Once you get the subject matter, then you want to start looking at what the design is. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.